If you have brilliant content ideas that never make it out of your head, this isn't about discipline, motivation, or time management. Your unconscious mind literally thinks publishing content will get you killed. And I can prove it to you in the next 15 minutes. I'm Terriane, and I work with entrepreneurs who know exactly what they want to say, but they can't actually say it. Or they know what to do, but struggle to actually do it. And what I've discovered is that your content block isn't a content block at all. Let me show you what's really happening. Think about the last time that you had a genius content idea. Maybe you were in the shower or driving, or maybe you were just about to fall asleep. And suddenly, boom, this incredible insight lands. And you can see the whole thing, the hook, the teaching, how it's going to help people. You're literally excited about it. Now, I often get those types of ideas when I'm having a shower. So I literally have to jump out of the shower, grab a towel, run to my desk, capture it all on a piece of paper. And because I know from experience that by the time I've finished that shower, that idea or that meme has passed through my brain and gone forever, right? See, what can happen with some people is that they sit down, they have that idea, they sit down and they go to actually create this wonderful thing that they see, and their brain goes blank. Everything starts coming out feeling a little forced, or you find 17 other urgent things that you need to be doing first. Or you look at your idea and you convince yourself, well, it's just not good enough yet. Does any of this sound familiar to you? Now, here's what most content coaches will tell you. Well, you just need a better system for your ideas. Well, you just need to batch your content. Use this template. Do you know what? Just post it. Done is better than perfect. And maybe you've already tried that. You've already white-knuckled your way through a few posts or videos or courses. But I can tell you now, it probably doesn't last. Because your imposter syndrome, it's actually not a mindset issue. Your inability to plan ahead, it's not a discipline issue. Or that lack of belief in yourself, it's not a confidence issue. You're fighting against something way more powerful than all of these things. You're fighting against your nervous system's primary job, which is to keep you alive. So let me explain how this all works. Your unconscious mind has one primary job: keep you alive, survival. That's it. And how does it keep you alive? Well, one of the ways is by making sure you belong. Because when you were a young child belonging to your family or your tribe, well, that was literally survival. Being cast out, well, that was certain death. Just think about it. When you're a small child, you rely on your parents. You rely on people around you to take care of you. So what happens is your unconscious mind has spent your entire childhood learning the rules of how to stay safe, how to survive, what to do, what not to do, how to be, how not to be. And it created programs, automatic rules that run unconsciously in the background. Don't stand out too much. Don't make mistakes. Don't outshine others. Don't be seen unless you're perfect. Oh, just stop taking up space. These rules are how you survived when you were little. But now they're keeping that content in your head. And here's why this matters for what you're trying to do. Because publishing content equals visibility. Well, visibility equals possible judgment. Judgment equals possible rejection. Rejection equals a threat to your belonging. And a threat to your belonging, well, that's danger, 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 Will Robinson. That's a threat to your survival. So your unconscious mind, this loyal but very outdated bodyguard, says, don't publish. It's not safe yet. We need to stay hidden. And suddenly you're overthinking every word, you're doubting everything you know, you're comparing yourself to everyone else, and you're finding loads and loads of reasons of why your content isn't ready. Again, this isn't imposter syndrome. This is your unconscious trying to save your life. The problem with this is it's using 20, 30, 40, sometimes even 50-year-old information to make that decision. It doesn't know that, well, do you know what? You're actually an adult now. It doesn't know that rejection from strangers on the internet isn't going to kill you. It doesn't know that visibility is exactly what you and your business needs. It only knows what kept you safe before, and it will do everything in its power to keep you there. And that's why you can read every book on content creation, you can take every course, you can know exactly what to do and still not do it. Because you're fighting that program that thinks publishing content is a life or death situation. Now, this may sound like an over-exaggeration, but for some of you, it's actually not. All right, so now here's where it gets really interesting. You know, through my work with hundreds of entrepreneurs and content creators, I've identified 3 core unconscious patterns that keep your content stuck in your head. Now, these aren't personality types, they're survival strategies you developed as a child. And the fascinating part, every one of them, or each one of them, has a superconscious genius inside of it. The same mechanism that keeps you stuck is the same mechanism that can create massive momentum once you understand how to redirect it. So let me walk you through these top 3. And maybe you want to see if you recognize some of these traits in yourself. So the first pattern is the perfectionist. Now, just saying the name, I bet there's some people who are watching this video right now who already know they tick the box on this one, right? The unconscious rule that's running for the perfectionist is, I'm only safe if I'm flawless. Now, if this is you, here's what your content creation might look like. You will have incredibly high standards, and you'll see the gap between what you create and what you want to create. And that gap, it feels unbearable. So what you do is you research obsessively before posting anything. You constantly second guess your ideas. You compare yourself to real experts or the best in the field and wonder why you're not measuring up. You see every flaw, every weakness. You need everything to be perfect before you're going to share it with the world, because you feel like nothing you create is ever quite ready or quite finished to the level that you want it to be. Now, what actually happened at some point when you were young, you were seen and it didn't go well. You know, maybe you were laughed at, maybe you were criticized or told that you were wrong. You were shown that being visible without being perfect equals pain. So your unconscious created a rule. Well, if I'm perfect, I'm safe. If I'm flawed, I'll be rejected. So the hidden agenda that's running here is, if I stay hidden, I can't be exposed. It's like your unconscious believes that if you never fully show up, you can never be fully rejected. If I never publish, I can never be criticized. If I never put myself out there, I can never fail. Makes sense, right? But here's what it's missing. The superconscious genius in you, this pattern also means that you're deeply committed to excellence. You have incredibly high standards. You see nuance and complexity that others miss. And when you update this program, well, that genius for discernment becomes your unfair advantage. You create content that's actually valuable, not just noise. All right, pattern number 2 is the helper. So the unconscious rule running here is, I'm only valuable if I'm serving others. It's conditional. Now, if this is you, here's what your content creation probably looks like. You are incredibly generous. You give and give and give. You create helpful content, but you struggle to promote it because asking for anything feels selfish, and selling definitely feels, that feeling, it's just a little bit icky. So what you do is you give away everything for free. You feel guilty about charging, and you put everybody else's needs first. In fact, you actually struggle to take up space or ask for attention, even though people are screaming out for you. Now, you might create amazing content, but you don't promote it because you don't want to be, that person. Now, what actually happened for you at some point as a child, you probably learned that your needs were too much. Maybe you were told you were being selfish. Maybe your parents' needs always came before yours. Maybe you got attention only when you were helping. So your unconscious probably created a rule, well, if I need nothing and I give everything, I stay safe. If I ask for anything, I'll be rejected. Right? Let me know in the comments if you can relate to any of this. The hidden agenda here is if I never promote my work, I'll never risk being seen as selfish. And if I stay small, everyone will like me. So here's the switch, your superconscious genius. When you redirect this particular pattern, you become someone with deep empathy and the ability to serve at scale because you create content that genuinely helps people. You just need to untie your safety from being invisible. And the third common pattern is what I call the intellectual. So the unconscious rule that's running here is, well, understanding keeps me safe from feeling. So if this is you, here's what your content creation looks like. You're probably brilliant. You love learning, researching, understanding how it all works, but you're stuck in analysis paralysis. So you research endlessly before taking action. You always need more information before you feel ready. You probably overthink every post, every word, every angle, and you're really, really good at turning simple ideas into really complicated or complex frameworks. Now, you might have incredible insights with what you do, but they stay in your head because you're still figuring it out. Now, what probably happened for you is at some point as a child, you probably learned that feelings weren't safe. Maybe emotions were unpredictable or overwhelming. Maybe you were punished for expressing them. Oh, stop crying. Maybe thinking became your refuge. So your unconscious created a rule, well, if I stay in my head, I'm safe. If I feel too much or act before I'm ready, something bad's going to happen. Right? Let me know in the comments if this sounds a little bit like you. The hidden agenda that's playing out here is if I just understand it more completely, I won't have to risk putting imperfect content out there. And if I just think about it more, I won't have to face potential rejection. Now, when we switch this over and allow our superconscious genius to shine through, when you redirect this pattern, you become someone with incredible depth and curiosity. You create content with substance that actually teaches. You just need to untie your safety from needing to know everything first. Now, here's the good news. The same unconscious power that's been keeping you stuck can create momentum just as powerfully. You see, once you have that awareness, what's running the show, you can redirect that energy. Not through more willpower, not through, just post anyway, but through actually updating your program. Teaching your nervous system that visibility is safe, that being seen does not equal being destroyed. You see, when you do that, everything changes. Your content starts flowing naturally, not because you forced it, but because the resistance to create it and publish it disappears. And what happens is you start working, you stop working towards your success and start living instead from it. It's a different origin point and it makes such a big difference. You see, here, the best ideas don't stay stuck in your head anymore. They actually get out into the world where you can help people and, increase your revenues, increase making money. The more money you make, the more people you can serve. So here's what I want you to do right now. If this is landing for you, I've created something called the Unconscious Agendas Quiz. Now, all it does is takes you about 3 minutes to answer 10 simple questions. And they're questions where I give you the answers. You just got to pick one, right? It will show you exactly which pattern is running your show, and more importantly, what you can do about it. Now, I'm going to tell you this. Your unconscious is going to try and stop you from taking it. You're going to think, you know what, I'll do it later. I want to finish this video off first. Oh, let me think about this. Do I really need another profiling tool? It's not a profiling tool, by the way. That's your unconscious program protecting itself. Take it now while this is alive in you. The link is in the description and again down in the comments. 3 minutes, free, immediate results. And if you want to go deeper, if you want to actually update these programs and turn your content into the business building asset that it's meant to be, well, come join me inside the Superconscious Switch community on School. It's a free community where we do this work together. And if you want weekly coaching and the full training, well, you'll find that there too. In fact, the free guide, the free PDF guide that dedicates 3 pages to every single unconscious agenda so you really get full awareness about it, that's in the classroom section. That's free in the classroom section on School as well. But start with the quiz, right? You can find the quiz in the School community as well, because you can't transform what you can't see. All right, just know your content matters. Your message matters. The world needs to hear what you have to say. So let's make sure it actually gets out of your head and into the world. Quiz link is below in the comments and the description. I'll see you next week, and I'll see you in the community.